back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Universe Mode Retrospect. In this video, as the intro showed, we'll be covering the NXT Career of Classpar. I do plan on covering every stage of his career, but in future videos. I wanted to isolate and focus on pieces of it, so I can go a little bit more in depth with the details, rather than just a gloss over of everything. Now, before I go any further, I want to first thank the maker of Classpar, Panda Plays, for not only providing his character over the years, but also working with me to make new stories and ideas for the character. I genuinely don't give this man enough credit for the work and dedication he's provided for not only his own character and the storylines he's involved with, but for countless other stories and other characters as well. Now it's time to take a look back at the origins of Classpar, how the Hall of Famer of my Universe Mode series became who he is. Classpar would make his debut on episode 25 of season 1 against Tyson Kidd, and would waste no time establishing his heel persona. He would defeat Tyson Kidd and break Tyson Kidd's neck after the match with a steel chair. Following that, he would waste even less time recruiting Jack Gallagher to his side, where he would team up with him at NXT TakeOver London the very next episode to win the NXT Tag Team Championships off of then champions Yuri Yamashita and Sin Cara. In just 2 episodes, Classpar was already holding championship gold and eager to grow his numbers. He would recruit Sheamus to his side following the show and called the group the Horsemen of Class. However, he wouldn't stay on top for long, as just 9 episodes later, on the following NXT TakeOver in Toronto, a new team, Davis King and DJRC, would defeat the NXT Tag Team Champions. This would lead to the following NXT show, where the Horsemen would take on DJ, Davis, and the new NXT champion Yuri Yamashita in a 6-man tag match, where the Horsemen would lose, and Classpar would be the one pinned. Despite the losses, Classpar looked for a new championship to bolster his growing resume by winning the Hardcore Championship from RVD on episode 43 on NXT. After the match, he would even spray RVD with a layer of mist in his eyes. This run with this championship would bolster the eyes of viewers on him, as he would successfully defend the title through NXT TakeOver, the Royal Rumble, and Monday Night Raw, before dropping the belt to Braun Strowman on SmackDown's episode 47. However, what truly secured fan investment was his appearance in that season's Royal Rumble, where he'd last to the final 2 before being eliminated by Shinsuke Nakamura. With that appearance, fans started to cheer for him, rather than boo his antics. A little bit interesting. So, he would embrace the heroic love that he was receiving. Once again, without a title though, Classpar set his sights on NXT's top prize, with the fan support starting to grow behind him, and was added into the NXT title match for the final NXT TakeOver of the season in Dallas, episode 53. Much to the shock of the commentator, Classpar would strike gold yet again and become NXT champion. Now, one would think he'd remain focused on his newly won belt, but over the course of his reign, and the turn of the new season, he would spend more time on Raw, losing matches, in an attempt to push into the next levels of his career. He would hold the belt for only 19 episodes before dropping it to Nathaniel on Season 2, Episode 17 at NXT TakeOver. This loss would see the final chapter of his time in NXT begin. At this point, he had recruited Adrian Neville, Sheamus, and Jack Gallagher into his faction. Sheamus, seeing the losses and his leader's focus elsewhere, decided to turn on Classpar and challenge him to a Hell in a Cell match at NXT TakeOver London on episode 26 of Season 2. A full season from when he won the NXT Tag Team titles. The winner would have control of the Horsemen of Class. At this point, Classpar was already a Raw Tag Team Champion and had fan support behind him. Regardless, he agreed to the match and would face off against Sheamus there, where, unfortunately for Classpar, Sheamus would score the win. Classpar's time as the leader of the Horsemen came to an end, and he would then focus on his career on the main roster. One could only wonder if he would continue his rise, or if he would fall. Stay tuned for the next episode to potentially find out. Thank you all so much for listening in on this summary of the NXT run of Classpar. If you'd like me to do other characters, please let me know, because I'm thinking about breaking up these videos into chapters. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to start a bunch of projects and then not finish any of them. I would like to kind of take it one step at a time and go from there. But regardless, thank you all so much for listening. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel, of course, if you choose. Let me know if you want me to keep this going. With all that said, I'll see you all next time on Universe Mode Retrospect.